This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 624. Why is saving so hard? By J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. And I'm Dan, the guy who reads to you from some of the best blogs on personal finance. And actually, I read from business blogs too. You can hear me narrate articles all about management, entrepreneurship, freelancing, productivity, creativity, marketing, social media, and a lot more on the podcast Optimal Business Daily. That's a newer show that I took on earlier this year, and you can find that wherever you're hearing this, in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Before we get to the post, let's talk about hiring. Hiring is challenging, but there's one place you can go where hiring is simple and smart. That place is ZipRecruiter, where growing businesses connect to qualified candidates. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/OFD. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Now let's get right to our post as we optimize your life. Why is saving so hard? By J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. According to this article I just read in Money Mag, it's due to scarcity of attention, which is a fancy way of saying we think of the now rather than the later. Here's a clip. Quote, "There's a popular image of people who don't save for the future as lacking in self-control. But the reason saving is so hard has less to do with self-control and more to do with a scarcity of attention. If you have urgent current expenses to cover, then future priorities like college and retirement fall off your radar because they are simply less pressing. Scarcity of attention prevents us from seeing what's really important." End quote. It's an article by a behavioral economist, and while I agree for the most part, I'd imagine these urgent current expenses seem pretty important too. There may not be a tomorrow if you can't find enough money to eat, sleep, etc. And plus, not everyone truly wants to save either. A pretty important variable not to be overlooked. But I do get his point in the general scheme of things. You gotta find ways to save for the future even though it doesn't seem like a priority right now. The article then goes on to give tips on how you can improve this. Start automating your savings so you don't have to think about it. Start investing in target date funds so you don't have to think about this either. And my favorite, set up future reminders to yourself. He mentions a site called futureme.org, which I guess lets you write an email to yourself to be delivered at a later date. That way you can keep an eye on yourself. According to a study he's done, those who set up regular reminders save on average 6% more than those who don't, and those who then add pictures to these reminders save an even higher amount at 16% more. Interesting stuff. This behavioral economist, by the way, is a guy named Sendil Mullainathan, who just put out a book called Scarcity: Why Having Too Little Means So Much, in case you like what you're hearing here. All things that are fine and dandy, really, nothing new, except for the cool reminder site. But of course, this scarcity issue is just one of the problems in the general scheme of things, as well as the self-control stuff. I don't think you can whittle down the problem of savings to just one thing, though, but I'm certainly no economist. What about spending more than you make, not having a budget, not knowing how to budget or manage your money, not bringing home enough income, and my favorite, not caring about the future, like my friend whom I recently mentioned in my article titled, "How Often Do You Judge People Based on Their Money?" There are a ton of reasons saving is hard if you ask me, but first you have to really want something in order to make progress. Just like with losing weight or stopping smoking or drinking, if you don't want it bad enough, you'll never start implementing the changes needed to get you to the next level, despite you understanding what's best for yourself. While I can't speak about weight loss or smoking personally, I can tell you all about my experience with money. And if you look at the timeline in this post, it's really about the lack of experience, since I simply didn't care that much, even though I knew it was important. College days, just wanted to party and have fun. After graduating, wanted my own place to live and my own stuff. A few years later, wanted bigger and better stuff. A few years after that, just wanted to woo the pants off my then girlfriend, literally. And then, finally, I started caring about the future of my money, and now here we are. It was only at this point of really wanting it that I started implementing changes to save more and invest into retirement, etc. If you had tried to force me into it earlier, I simply wouldn't have paid attention to you much, unless it directly affected one of those goals of mine on that list. You're going to teach me how to budget by giving me a beer? Okay. What's that, girlfriend? You'll let me sleep over if we go over your savings plan? Done. So anyway, yeah, scarcity of attention is a variable, but so is really wanting something too. It's not so black and white, unfortunately. The trick is figuring out which of these obstacles are standing in our way once we're ready to start taking action, and then get to wiping them away as fast as possible. There's two sets to the equation, the why and the how. And for all of you hearing this right now, you're in the how boat since you obviously already care about your money being here. So keep on pushing forward with those goals, everyone. You just listened to the post titled, "Why is Saving So Hard?" by Jay Money of budgetsaresexy.com. And thank you once again to ZipRecruiter. We all know hiring is challenging, but there's one place you can go where hiring is simple, fast, and smart, a place where growing businesses connect to qualified candidates. And that place is ZipRecruiter.com/OFD. ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards, but they don't stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience, and then they invite them to apply to your job. As the applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you never miss a great match. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. With results like that, it's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the highest-rated hiring site in America. And right now, my listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/OFD. That's ZipRecruiter.com/OFD. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And before we go, one last time, I have taken over the hosting duties for one of our newest shows in our podcast network, Optimal Business Daily, where you can hear me narrating from a bunch of popular business bloggers each weekday, and our topics there include freelancing, entrepreneurship, management, marketing, productivity, and so much more. Again, check it out. It's Optimal Business Daily, and you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and pretty much any podcast app, and even on your Amazon Home device. And that's going to do it for today. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you right back here in the Friday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.